Good hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about all of the series that I have currently started and am really hoping to finish this year. If you guys could see what my bed looks like, it's pretty funny. I have a bunch of series kind of stacked, ready to go. It's a lot of books, but you know what? It is what it is. So the first series that I'm going to start with is the Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare, with book 1 being Lady Midnight. I have, as you can see, I've sectioned it off. I've read Lady Midnight and I really enjoyed it, and I did like that we were in the LA Institute and we moved forward from Jace and Clary and all of them, but we still know that Jace and Clary are alluded to, if you will. The next book is Lord of Shadows, and like, yes, I know, okay, I've read this and this shouldn't, almost 700 pages, if not 700 pages, and I just don't care about the world enough right now to continue with this. Gosh, I don't even know where to start with the Dark Artifices. It is the world of the Shadowhunters, as said in the back, has 12 books as of when Lady Midnight came out. And there's so many more now. And obviously with Chain of Gold coming out, I don't really have any interest in reading Chain of Gold or really any other of Cassandra Clare's books. I think I'm going to read the Dark Artifices and stop there, but these Shadowhunters have taken over the lives of many, and I refuse to be one of them again. And so with that being said, this is the first series that I haven't finished in a long time. The next is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. This is the Arc of a Scythe series. I absolutely love Scythe. I thought it was one of the coolest books that I'd read. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't really annotate it much at all. I just kind of sectioned it off so that I could read it. The next book in that series is Thunderhead, and the final book is called The Toll. Now again, real chunky books that I do want to get to. I was going to read Thunderhead not too long ago. I had this urge to pick it up and then I just didn't. And I don't really know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because the owl started and it wasn't on my TBR. But aside from that, I do think I am going to try and read this next month because it is a series that I want to continue, especially because I love book 1 so much, but I don't know how I'm going to want to consume book 3, if I'm going to want to do that via audiobook or ebook, because I don't own the physical version, so we'll see. In the world of Scythe, it is a utopia that's essentially a dystopia, because any utopia is a dystopia, right? Where there's no death, no hunger, basically no issues, but in order to control the population, you need to have some sort of death in order to have some sort of birth. And so these Scythes are the ones sanctioned to do these gleanings in order that the population does stay under control. We end up following Citra and Rowan, who end up being Scythe apprentices, and book 1 was great in learning their journey, and I cannot wait to see where book 2 takes us. The next book series is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. If you guys remember last year, I read Strange the Dreamer. Buddy read it with Michaela, and I really did enjoy it. It wasn't like, now that I'm like thinking back, it wasn't like mind-blowing. It was really good, but book 2 is Muse of Nightmares, and I do think it is a beautiful book, and it's just around 500 pages, and I think it's only a little bit intimidating because it is a hardback that's a little bit thicker and just looks a little bit bigger. But I do really want to continue with this and check off another series off my list because it's been sitting there since last year, and I probably should have read them back to back, honestly, but whatever. Here it is, another book that I need to read. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a lot about this book. There's a boy named Laszlo Strange who is obsessed with the city of Weep. He's a super dorky, nerdy librarian kid, and he basically goes on an adventure of a lifetime without even realizing that that was about to be it. I don't remember how this book ended. So I might need to recap myself before I move into Muse of Nightmares. The next book series is Folk of the Air, which starts with The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Now, I read The Cruel Prince. I reread it earlier in January because I was finally going to read The Wicked Deep. What? The Wicked King. I'm currently reading The Wicked Deep, which is why that came out, but The Wicked Deep is book, oh my gosh, I did it again. The Wicked King is book 2, but let's talk about book 1 and how much I really enjoyed book 1. This took book 2 by storm, and you either loved The Cruel Prince or you hated The Cruel Prince. I loved it on a second reread. I found that Jude and Carden have such a delicious enemies to lover romance, and the ending makes me so happy both times that I read it. I just can't wait to see them be mad at each other even more. This one, I think I'm the most upset about with myself for, because it is Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This book came to me as such a surprise. I ended up getting it from my library. In my journal, like my reading journal, I have so many notes, and I clearly love this book, and I finally bought it and the next 2 in the series, all in paperback. mind you, because it's so floppy. And I know I'm going to have a great time rereading it, but I haven't reread it and I want to reread it before moving on to the sequels, which are the Mime Order and the Song Rising, which, holy cow. Okay, the Song Rising is like so much tinier than the Mime Order, but this is all about clairvoyance. Oh my gosh, it's the coolest thing. It's about clairvoyance, it's about revolution, it has the strongest female character that I think I read in a really long time, and just so much good banter, and she's so crazy. I love her. Oh my god, I loved this book and I want to pick it up so bad, and I think I'm going to put it on my TBR for next month because holy cow, I need to get back into this world. I'm going to get into some series that I haven't started yet, but I definitely want to. And the first is The McQueens Thief by Megan Welland Turner, book 1 being The Thief, and I bought books 2, 3, 4, and 5 from Book Outlet because they were all matching paperbacks and they were super cheap. But I heard nothing but amazing things from Reagan over at Breeze Project, and they're like super easy, super floppy books, just about 200 to 300 pages long. I think I can fly through this series, and I think I'm going to do like a, maybe not like a 24-hour readathon, but like a 48-hour readathon reading this series, because I do really want to get into it, and I'm really hoping that I can. If you guys know me, you know that Sarah J Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses was the book series that got me back into reading as fanatically as I did and as in love with the fantasy genre as I did. And so, Dark Glass by Sarah J Maas. I don't even own this book. This is my cousin's copy, and she lent it to me because I said I was finally going to start reading it, and I never read it. I do have the ebook of this as well. I think for almost the entire series I have access to the ebook through like Scribd or through Hoopla or through my library. I do think I want to read at least book 1 physically to see if I want books 2 through 8, 9, I don't even know how many books are in the series, so I can continue reading it. But I'm really intimidated to start this, mostly because I really don't know how much I'm going to like this in comparison to A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I know a lot of people are like very like this or that about it. I don't know if I can commit to all of the books, like all of the books here. Let's hope for the best. Okay, we got one more. And the final series that I would like to start and hopefully finish in 2020, the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab, starting with A Darker Shade of Magic. So if you've been on BookTube enough, you know the spiel. 4 Londons, you got Lila Bard, you got Kel. Great characters apparently, I haven't met him yet. But books 2 and 3 are A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. Again, another chunky series because I love myself. But I do really want to get to these. I have read almost all of Victoria Schwab's work. Actually, that's a lie. She has a lot more than I think. But I've read the Monsters of Verity duology, and I really enjoyed that. I've read Vicious. Absolutely love that. I really don't want to read Vengeful because I am really satisfied with the ending of Vicious, so I don't really want to ruin that. And then I haven't dived into the, what is it, the bone something? I know the Bone Tunnel is book 2. I don't remember what book 1 is. And then she just came out with a new book that I tried to request on NetGalley and I got denied. So I guess I'm gonna have to wait, but that's okay. But I am a fairly big fan of Victoria Schwab's work, so I think it is doing me a disservice by not reading these and calling myself a Victoria Schwab fan. So these are all of the books, all of the book series that I would like to get to, that at least that I own, okay? That I own. Sure, there are a lot of series that I want to start and a lot of series that I could potentially move forward with, but these are the ones that I own. So I would like to prioritize these because this is a year of finishing books that are on my bookshelf. They have been sitting there for way too long. They gotta get read, and if I don't like them, they gotta go. With that being said, I want to say a huge thank you to Megan for posting this first. Actually, I commented on her video saying that I was going to totally steal this idea and film it for myself, and I did. So thank you, Megan. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and until then, I'll talk to you next time.